Hey guys, welcome back. Hopefully the audio is relatively okay. I'm right next to our generator type fan out thing outside on our porch and it's very loud, so hopefully the mic doesn't pick that up too much, but I haven't filmed a book video in a while, so I'm really excited to do a lot of book stuff with you guys today. But I'm currently reading Beach Read by Emily Henry and I am almost done. I'm on around page 310, so I only have about 50 pages of the book left and I'm really enjoying this so far. I'm thinking my rating is around a 4-star. While reading this, it was like in between a 3.5 and a 4, and then it was leaning towards more of a 4, and then it was like 4.25 or 4. But I think I'm kind of on a 4 right now, but there's like some good stuff that there's a bug on my screen. Yuck. Yeah, I'm getting to a good part of the book now though, which I feel like might shift my ratings, so it might go a little bit higher, but I don't think it'll go any lower than a 4-star. What made me a little bit surprised with this book, because I heard that Emily Henry was like much less on the spice and a lot more on the emotional side. And don't get me wrong, Beach Read is very emotional. There's like a lot of emotional aspects to this book, but there's still spice in this book, which I was surprised because I thought that there wouldn't be any spice, which is kind of stupid because like basically every romance book now has spice, so it's kind of hard to not have spice in a romance book. But I didn't hate it. Did I skim through the couple spice scenes in here? Yes, but I didn't mind them. I just had dinner and it's really nice outside, so I think I'm gonna finish up this book probably just right here today and give you my final thoughts. But yeah, let's finish this book. Finished the book. I moved to our other porch because this porch has lights and the sun has set, so it's better lighting here. Oh, Hannah, do you want to go outside? Do you want to come out? Oh, no? Okay, never mind. But yeah, final rating 4.25. I liked it. I started Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo a couple days ago, and I'm currently on page 101, and I've been eating this book up so far. I read most of this yesterday, so I read about 100 pages yesterday, and this is good. This is reminding me how much I love fantasy after reading a romance. Don't get me wrong, Beach Read was really good, but something just hits different with fantasy. But I've been loving this so far. I love the magic system and just like the Grisha, and I just find it so fascinating. And the Darkling, he can get it. He can get it. I want to know his name. So far, he's only been addressed as the Darkling, and I want to know more about his identity. But one thing in the beginning of the book, it's not really a spoiler because it literally happens in the first chapter, but some weird romantic feelings come up with the main girl and one of the other guys in the beginning. And I was like, wait, I thought they're siblings. And since they're around the same age and they grew up together in this orphanage, I thought that they were siblings. And then when romantic stuff was going on, I was like, aren't they siblings? But it turns out they're not related and they just like grew up together. So never mind that, but this is really good so far. I'm actually really glad that I'm getting into Shadow and Bone before Six of Crows. But yeah, I'm hoping to finish this soon, hopefully maybe by the end of the week. That's kind of ambitious for me because it's currently Wednesday and I am notoriously a very slow reader, so we shall see. But I did read almost 100 pages in a day, which is pretty good for me. So I think my plan is to do more chores. I ran some errands earlier today and I'll probably do more chores later tonight, walk my dog, and hopefully read more of this. And I will keep giving you guys updates when I get to good points in the book. Guess what I got in the mail? Probably can't because it's really just a small bubble wrapped package, but Lensmart was so kind to send me over some glasses and I'm so excited. I've been wanting new prescription glasses for a really long time now, so I picked out some ones and I'm really excited to try them on because there were these specific style of glasses that I've been wanting for a really long time and it's fall coming up, and I feel like glasses is just a super cute fall accessory, or any like seasonal accessory. I feel like glasses are such a cute accessory, but especially for fall and when reading books. But yeah, I got 2 glasses from them, and I'm so excited to open them up, so I'm going to unbox them with you guys. Yes! Oh my gosh! This is so fun. Okay, so this one is the Andrea glasses, and I got them in the color tortoiseshell. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. Okay, and they're prescription too, so let's give them a try. Okay! I feel so like book girly. This is so cute. Imagine it with my hair up. These are cute. I quite like them. So these are the Andrea glasses in tortoiseshell. Love them. And then the next one that I got is the Dexter ones. And I wanted like a bigger, chunkier kind of glasses. Not like super chunky, because I feel like really thick frames look kind of silly on me. So these are the Dexter frames in the color tortoiseshell as well. I'm so excited to try them on. This is cute. This is so cute. I love like the oversized, like kind of big frame look. I'm definitely going to be wearing these now because these are so cute. But if you guys are interested in getting some Lensmart frames, I do have a code, and it's GAGA15 to get 15% off, and that's amazing. But they're so cute. I love them. These are definitely going to be some of the glasses I wear every day, and for fall and for reading. But yeah. These glasses are so cute.
My goodness, it is. Also, please don't mind the lisp. I have my retainers in, but it's currently like 2 a.m. Hopefully the lighting's okay. I'm literally just using my book light to freaking light this up right now. But I'm on around page 200. I was gonna talk to you guys in the morning, but then I literally got to this scene with Alina and the Darkling. The Darkling did something, and it literally like came out of nowhere. Like, literally, even Alina said it came out of nowhere, and I was like so shocked. I did not expect this to happen this quickly. I thought it was going to be more of a slow burn, and then I read it, and then I was just so shocked. I was like, whoa, slow down, that's crazy. But anyway, I'll give you more updates in the morning, but I just had to record that because I was literally so taken aback. But yeah, I'm gonna keep reading a little bit more and then head to bed, and then I'll tell you guys more what I'm thinking about so far in the morning.
It is the next morning, and I am going to quickly just freshen up and get ready to go work while I update you guys on the book. Currently, I am on page 253, so I have about 100 pages left of the book, but I just got to the turning point of the book, and I'm really curious to see how this is going to play out because I have no idea how this book is going to end. I do have some things to mention. First off, I take it back. The Darkling cannot get it. Actually, please stay away from me, at least at the point of the book where I'm at now. That thing where I said that the Darkling did something and it was so sudden, it progressed even more, and super suddenly too, and I was not feeling that. And I don't want to spoil much, but I think it was all part of the plot. I guess I'm going to ignore that for now. But another thing, at the beginning of the book, Alina was described as very weak and fragile and like skinny and small, and I don't know, like I haven't read too many fantasies or like young adult fantasies with the female main character being like small and skinny and fragile, but I heard that a lot of female main characters are like that, and I was like, another one. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about this, but it had a purpose. So after that all unfolded, I was like, okay, wait, I kind of like that, and that makes sense. And she's not weak just to be like weak and fragile. It had a reason. So I liked that part of the book. That's kind of my thoughts so far. Right now, I'm currently just waiting to see what happens to make more thoughts because I don't really know where the book is going. Oh my gosh, I keep having this habit of talking about the book that I'm reading but not telling you guys what it's about. So just a quick little synopsis of what this book's about. There's this girl named Alina, and she is an orphan during this 100-year-long war in this world that they're living in. She grew up in this duke's house, which was kind of made as an orphanage with her best friend Mal. And when they grew up, they joined the army. So in the army, there was one day where she had to cross this fold, which is like this dangerous crossing in their kingdom. But when she crossed the fold, she realized that she's not normal and she has these sort of powers that made her a Grisha. And Grisha are like element manipulators almost in the world. So she was whisked away to learn about the Grisha, learn about her powers, and learn about the fold. And that's kind of where her journey starts. But yeah, that's about it. And I have to go now, so I will give you more updates when I'm done with the book. Guess what I got in the mail? Oh my gosh, I am so excited. I got a new e-reader and this is a Kobo. I originally had a Kindle, but when I was on vacation for a month, I finally got around to picking up my Kindle, and then turns out it was broken. Like, it broke in my bag, the screen was cracked, it was glitching, it wasn't like turning on, it wasn't bringing me to my home screen, and I was like, are you kidding? So since my Kindle was broken, I wanted to buy a new e-reader, and then I researched between Kindle and Kobo, and I decided getting the Kobo Clara Color. I'm so excited to open this up, and it was quite pricey, but I bought this as a gift to myself because I passed my certified nursing aid exam. As a reward for that, I gifted myself this new e-reader. But enough said, let's open this first. Wow! Oh my gosh, this is actually gorgeous. Oh, it's thinking. Wow! Oh my gosh, this is actually beautiful. While this is updating and stuff, I want to show you all the other things I got for my case. First, I got this really cute pop socket. It's a heart and it's so cute and it's pretty big as well, so it's nice to hold, which I love. So I got that, and I forgot what, oh, this is not for the Kobo. This is something else that I ordered. And then I got these really cute Kindle inserts. I just found them off of Pinterest, and then I printed them out in Walgreens. This is Busy Reading with a little, what are they called? Calico critters? I have this cute little, I think it's like a otter or something, holding a book with cute glasses. I think I'm gonna use this one for my Kobo cover first because it's so cute. And then I just got this plain pattern one. Lilies are my favorite flower, and I love this design. So if I don't want like any words on it and I just want like a cute little print, I will do this one. And then I have this one which says do it for the plot, and it has like a really cute tea mug and cute little collage stuff. So this is so cute. I freaking love them. And then I got a case for the Kobo, and it's just like a plain plastic case so I can put inserts inside of it. But yeah, let's get this set up. Okay, I finished putting on the case for my Kobo, and it is actually so freaking cute. I had trouble figuring out where to put the pop socket because it kind of covered up most of the insert. I ended up putting it like in this area, so most of the critter's still seen, and then if you open it up like this, you can still kind of read it. But yeah, it is so cute. I will set up my Kobo later, and I will try to get my books that I still want to read from my Kindle app onto here, but I have to see if I can do that or not because I don't have like the Kindle device anymore since it's broken. I just have the app, so I'll try to figure that out. If not, it was just one book that I was reading, so it wasn't too bad. But yeah, and then I'll also try to do a custom home screen for this too, but I won't do that right now because I am busy later today. But yeah, and then here are the other inserts. I also trimmed them down and cut them as well to fit inside the case so I can use them whenever I like. And yes, this is actually so freaking cute. I am obsessed. Hey guys, you are currently in a hammock with me. I just thought it'd be fun to talk about the book outside, but I finished Shadow and Bone and I like it, I think. I think my final rating for this is 4 stars. I enjoyed the first half of the book, and then the second half of the book, I started to feel like so many things were happening all at once. Like, this whole entire book is about 6 months, and I was like, that's kind of a really long time. But then I was like, you know what, that kind of makes sense because everything cannot happen in a span of a couple of weeks. From like Alina being weak and in the army to progressing all the way to what she becomes at the end of the book, that definitely cannot be in a couple weeks. So I get that it is 6 months, but for some reason, like, everything was happening so fast, and then like this happened, and then all of a sudden she realized something, and then something big happened. It was just, I don't know how I felt about the pacing and like all the stuff that was going on. It just felt, I'm being repetitive, but it just all felt so fast and so many things happening. But yeah, that was one thing that I felt during the second half of the book. And then while I was reading, I kind of just wanted more. Like, I wanted more about the world. I wanted to know like why this war had started, and just also more about the Grisha. I wanted to know how most of the schooling was, like how long it would take. Are they just confined to one class of Grisha? Can they pick their own element? Or does the Darkling just choose for them like he chose for Genya, which is like, or I think that's how you say her name, which is one of the other Grisha that we meet. There was parts of the book where Alina briefly explained it, like she was talking about someone who controls fire. They don't manipulate fire, they manipulate particles in the air that are flammable, and they still need like a match to light the flame. And I'm like, okay, cool, can you like tell me more with like the other elements and stuff? She only explained it once, and like maybe I'm supposed to get it from just that, but I just wanted to know more. And then she was like also reading about Grisha theory, and she was just saying that she was reading about Grisha theory, and I was like, can you tell me more about the Grisha theory? Like, what kinds of Grisha theory? Like, she only said like one book title, and that was it. And I was like, I want more. Like, please, I want more. It's not enough. Oh my gosh, there was another thing too. There was a scene with Alina and the Darkling, and it was a scene that I was talking about earlier where like it escalated again really quickly, and then all of a sudden it said that he growled. Yuck! He growled. No, actually leave. I don't want any growling near me. At least if it's done in a bad way. I feel like I can like anything as long as it's written well, you know what I mean? There's things where I'm like, oh, I'm not really into romances, oh, I'm not really into this and this and this. But if the writer executed it in a good way, I feel like I could get behind it. But that scene specifically, no thank you. No thank you. That's my quarrels with this book. But still, I think I overall enjoyed it, so I'm giving it a 4. But yeah, the sun is really bright and I've been outside for hours, so I'm gonna go. I have found my section. Look at all these. And they're so cheap too. Oh my gosh. Look at all these books. It is later in the evening. Earlier today, I went book shopping with my friend Maddie. Recently, there was a Barnes & Noble sale that was announced, and they said that it's like 50% off of like some hardcover books at Barnes & Noble. So we went there. Turned out the books that were on sale were not the best selection, at least for our personal taste. So we went to half-priced books, and it was actually heaven. Like, I have no idea how I have not been to a half-priced books sooner, because it has literally so many of the books that are on my TBR and I want to read, and for so cheap too. I wanted to wait until the morning to do a book haul, but I'm just too excited to talk about all the books. So let's do a cozy night book haul. First off, this one is not from half-priced books. This one is from Barnes & Noble, but a while ago I went to Barnes & Noble another time and picked up this book. It is so pretty. It is called The Vanishing Cherry Blossom Bookshop. The back just sounded so cozy. This is what the back reads. Welcome to the Cherry Blossom Bookshop, a heaven for book lovers that only appears during the fleeting cherry blossom season. Nestled amidst the bloom of delicate petals, you'll find a sanctuary for those burdened by regrets and past sorrows. Here, Sakura, the mysterious young owner, and her wise calico cat, Kobako, patiently await the arrival of souls in need of solace and healing. Told over 4 seasons, each visitor to the bookshop holds a book that bridges their past and present, guiding them toward understanding and acceptance. With the antique charm of the shop and the soothing aroma of freshly brewed coffee, Sakura and Kobako help their guests confront their lingering sadness through the power of stories, enabling them to move forward with renewed hope. Like, doesn't that sound so cute and comforting? I don't think I'm going to be reading this anytime soon because Cherry Blossom Bookshop, that gives spring. So I'm probably going to pick this up sometime in the spring, but I wanted to buy it now because this just looks like a super cute, cozy, short, comfy spring read. Just adorable. And now let's get into all my loot from half-priced books. I'm so excited. First one I got is Clockwork Angel. I'm pretty sure this is an older series, but I'm super excited. If you can see, I literally got it for $6. $6 for a book. Amazing. I'll take that. I actually heard of this series by one of my favorite booktubers, Jamie Falk, and she loved it. So I'm really excited to read this. I'm actually not too sure what it's about. It's about like shadow hunters and warriors and stuff like that. I really love going into fantasy books basically blind, so I don't know too much about it, but I do know that this is like a smaller series in the City of Bone series, I think. So I wasn't too sure if I would be able to read the Clockwork series just on its own. So hopefully it's fine, because I'm not really interested in reading the City of Bone series. I kind of just want to read the Clockwork series because the booktuber I really like the series, so don't really know much about this, but seems super exciting. In the back, I read it and it sounds interesting, so probably gonna read this maybe in the winter time because I have so many books I want to read this fall. Next up is Shatter Me, classic, of course, and again, $5, $6, literally amazing. But yeah, ooh, I almost dropped it. But yes, I want to get into the Shatter Me series because This Woman Kingdom by Tahira Mafi is my favorite fantasy series of all time and like favorite series in general. It's my everything. It's literally my everything, and then I have to get into Shatter Me because this is her OG series. And I want to see the hype about Aaron Warner. I kind of know the plot to the first book because I watched Stephanie Sue's Baking of Mysteries and she covered this, but that was a long time ago, so I kind of forgot most of the plot. I heard that the first book in Shatter Me is not the best in the series, and then it gets better, or like some books are really good and some books don't hit as much, so I don't know if I'm gonna love the series, but I do want to read it. And then I'm actually so excited for this one. This is Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies, and $9. Like, come on, like half price books is where it's at. Literally, I'm not gonna be shopping at Barnes & Noble anymore, and I'm just gonna be shopping in a half price books, and if half price books doesn't have what I want, I'll just buy it in Barnes & Noble. Anyway, I've been wanting to read this for a while now, and I definitely want to read this in the fall because this just gives such cozy vibes. But from what I know, it's about this like professor called Emily Wilde, and she is going on this journey to like study fairies and whatever, and then on her journey she has to spend time with her dashing, insufferably handsome academic rival. Come on, this just sounds so cozy and so fun. I did want to get, I don't know exactly what cover it is, but it's like a lighter color. It's like tan and not black, and it's really, really pretty, but it wasn't there. And you know what? I'd rather get the book for $8 than get it for like more than double the price, even though it has a prettier cover. Oh my gosh, I forgot to say a bunch of these authors. Oh, The Vanishing Cherry Blossom Bookshop is originally in Japanese and it's translated, but it's by Kuya Asakura. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Clockwork Angel is by Cassandra Clare. Shatter Me, by Tahira Mafi. And then Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies is by Heather Fawcett. And then finally, the last book is These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. And I'm so excited for this one. This one sounds like so much fun. It's basically a retelling of Romeo and Juliet, but make them gang rivals and set in China. I'm sold. I am so sold. This sounds like so much fun. I'm genuinely so excited to read all of these books. But yeah, these are all the books that I got recently, and I am so freaking obsessed. I actually need to make space for these on my shelves because my shelf area where I store my books is getting a little crowded. So I actually might rearrange that tonight. I don't know if I'll give you a tour because it's really dark in my room and I don't really know. We shall see. But yeah, I'm gonna try to make space for all these books, and I'll get back to you guys when I figure that out. Okay, this took a lot longer than I thought, but I did rearrange my bookshelves just a little bit to make sure my new books can fit. So I'll give you a little tour of most of the books that I own. First off is this little hidden square back here, and it's basically of most of the books that I've already read. I have Fourth Wing and Iron Flame back here, and then all the Powerless books. These are my books that I'm like, yeah, I read them, but I didn't want to display them like fully in the front because I love them so much. I did really like Powerless when I started reading, but it's just, I don't know where I really stand about the author. And then over here, you can't really see, but I just have Shatter Me and The Clockwork Angel over here. So these are like books on my TBR, but books on my TBR that I'm not dying to read right now and I'm willing to read at a later time. And then we have this little section right here. We have the Shadow Bone trilogy at the bottom, and then we have Six of Crows to the side, and then on the other side we have the Prison Healer series. I only have the first and second one right now. I don't have the third one. And then on top of Siege and Storm, I have Emily Wild's Encyclopedia of Fairies because I couldn't fit it anywhere else. This little section is books my TBR that like I really want to read. And then at the top is just a little basket full of my knit and crochet projects that I'm working on currently, as well as book sleeves. This side we have more books on my TBR that I also really want to read. The Shepherd's King, Duology, Heartless, and These Violent Delights. And then on this side is books that I've completed but I love, which is the Crow Prince series. And I only have Carval and Once Upon a Broken Heart, but I did finish the Carval trilogy as well as the Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy, but the rest of the books I audiobooked. But yeah. And this is my other shelf where I have mostly trinkets on, but I do have some books here. These books I added to the shelf and they're kind of just miscellaneous books. And then my thrillers, which is Housemaid, and that's my name. But then this shelf is where I house my Nana manga. I love Nana, so it deserves its own shelf. And then down here is where I have my This Woven Kingdom series. Again, this is my favorite series, so it has to have its own shelf, obviously. And then down here I have this really cute romancy section kind of mixed with other fictions. I just love this shelf because it's so cute and pink. But yeah, we got some really cute romances like Living with the Words and Taking Days on Sundays and My Beach Read. We also have some like classic fiction with Little Women, as well as I don't even know what kind of fiction the Cherry Blossom bookshop book is, but that kind of fiction, as well as like historical fiction with Song of Achilles. But yeah, that is that shelf. And then I do have some other books on my desk, and that houses a lot of my manga. And then I have like more books outside of my room, but yeah, I'm not going to show those. That is all of my books that I have so far. I'm supposed to be sleeping already, so I'm going to head to bed, and I'll see you guys probably when I am continuing Shadow and Bone. Hey guys, I have some Kobo and Bookish updates. I'm gonna start off with the Kobo. I did a custom screensaver and look how adorable it is. It says Gabby's Library and it has a little Neota on a cute little meadow. It's so cute. I made multiple and I will show you all of them. So first off, I have this one right here, and this one's a cute little green Miffy Kobo cover, and I was thinking this one would be more of my fall cover if I want to have just one screensaver, but right now I have them all on random rotation when I turn off my Kobo. If I wanted something more fall vibes for when fall rolls around, I would use this one. And then I have this Smisky one, which is green and pink, and I thought that one would be really cute with my Do It for the Plot cover. I feel like it matches it really well. And then this one is so cute. This one has like a little version of me on it. I saw this really cute character on Pinterest and I just tweaked it a little bit in like a drawing or editing app to make it look more like me. I basically just put brown hair on the girl instead of black hair. I was thinking that this one would be really cute for summer, and I thought that this one would also match well with this cover because it also has flowers and polka dots on it. I have this one. I think this one might be my favorite, but the Neota is a close second. But this one is just a Miffy holding matcha, and it's my favorite colors, green and pink. And all of them have like the same layout in Gabby's Library in the same font, but it's just like different backgrounds, different colors, different little characters. And then this one's also matcha, but Smisky, and it's so cute. I freaking love it. And then again, this is the cover that I have on my Kobo right now, the Neota cover. And then lastly, I have this red and blue one. Since I have this one that is blue and red, I also kind of wanted a cover that is also blue and red to match. Those are all the covers I have. As you can see, it's this one right now. But if I turn my Kobo on, oh, also, for my Kobo, I did buy a book because you need a book in order for the screensaver to show when you power it off. So I bought Circe, and I want to read it after I finish Song of Achilles, but I don't know when I'm going to read Song of Achilles. And it was only $2, so I was like, might as well. But yeah, I have Cersei, and then if I power it off, it shows a new one. And look, this one's the Matcha Miffy one. And it's so cute. And then another Kobo update, I added this little Smisky Hipper hanging off. And I think this Smisky Hipper is perfect for the Kobo because you can see most of the Smisky from the back instead of like the back of the Smisky and then the head is in the front. And I like that it's just the feet hanging off of the front Kobo because if it was like a Smisky head like this, I feel like that would distract me from reading, if that makes sense, because I have this and then all the words down here. I feel like I would just be looking at the Smisky all the time. So I like that the head of the Smisky is at the back and nothing's really distracting you in the front while you're reading. Those are kind of all my Kobo updates. I also couldn't import my Kindle books to my Kobo because of like Amazon just really doesn't want us to transfer books if you buy stuff from Amazon. And I'm like, I do not like that. Like I tried all the third-party things, but I think they recently updated it where they like increased their protection even more on their books with all like the copyright and whatever going on. So yeah, couldn't do that, but it's okay. I still have the Kindle app, so I will finish reading all my Kindle books on the app and then just continue to Kobo. A lot of talking now for book updates. I'm on the second book of the Shadow and Bone trilogy, Siege and Storm, and I'm like on page 100. I'm audiobooking this. I think I'll do a mix between audiobook and physically reading, but I was just audiobooking earlier today while I was doing chores. I'm liking the second book a lot more than the first book actually, because like there's more going on. Like I know that I was complaining about like there were so many things going on towards the end of the book in Shadow and Bone, but to be honest, I think that was just a me problem. To be honest, really, it wasn't that much, but for some reason, I just felt like everything was going by so fast. But I like that this one has like more, because for the first book, it was basically like Alina discovering her powers and training and stuff like that. This one, like, we're actually like exploring the world and learning more about the world, which I really like. I realized that all the books that I read in this video have like screen adaptations or are going to have screen adaptations. So definitely when I'm done with the series, I want to watch the Netflix show of this. I don't know if I'm gonna like it because I saw some of the people and I'm like, they're not exactly what I was envisioning in my head when I was reading the book, but I heard a lot of positive reviews about the show, and I know some people like the show more than the book, and surprisingly a lot of people don't really like this series, but I'm liking it so far. But yeah, I want to get into that. And also, I'm really excited for the Beach Read movie to come out. I heard that, I forgot her name. Her name's like Phoebe, I forgot her last name. But she was Daphne's actor in Bridgerton. I think she's gonna be January in Beach Read, I think, which is really interesting. And I'm really excited to see her in that movie because I loved her in Bridgerton. So I'm excited for that. But that's the current read update. And I went to TJ Maxx like a couple days ago and I didn't know that they have books there too. And it's so cheap too. Like it's basically the same prices as half price books, which I was like, amazing. So I got this book and I've been wanting to get it for forever. Not forever, I'm being dramatic, but I've been wanting to read this book, and it's Phoebe Berman's Gonna Lose It by Brooke Averick. I think that's how you say it. But yeah, I was looking at this in Barnes & Noble and the hardcover was like $30. And I'm like, $30? Are you kidding? So I was like, no, I'm just gonna wait another day. And then I stumbled across this at TJ Maxx and it was only like $14. And I'm like, yes, I will get it for like more than 50% off. Thank you. But yeah, it's basically about, I think, this 30-year-old who's still a virgin and she's finally going to lose her virginity, and it's between like 3 guys. That's kind of all I know. I heard it's good from the booktubers that I listen to. But yeah, that is all my updates. And I think I might leave this video here. I actually loved filming this video. I hope you enjoyed watching and I hope you did some fun book stuff as well. Let me know what you guys are currently reading or what bookish stuff you guys are currently doing, because I love reading comments and I love responding to you guys' comments. But yeah, again, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!